course, I am on the side of London Road, ready to cross onto Great Western Road, ready to go up towards railway station from the back. So without further ado, we'll get on with the video very shortly. We'll try and get across this road. Okay, right, now we can walk this way. Of course, we're going across Great Western Road and then going through the tunnel onto the front. Now, of course, there wasn't any buses on London Road, so it could be a thing that we go across here and then visit Transport Hub first before heading off to the railway station. Still walking. Up and over. God, go ahead, Plym's Alexander, about 400 and then see passing by on the 99 as we now go through. So here we go, we're now heading through the underground tunnel network that tunnels under the Gloucester station complex. Of course, at the moment there are no trains seen on any other side, and we're greeted by a pigeon as we come out the other side. So now you know where I am. Familiar is Gloucester railway station, but obviously there's no activity yet, so we are heading this way before we head back up to the railway station and look at what's happening at Transport Hub first. So far there are 4 buses at Transport Hub and the 5th one's arriving, and we have a green light or just before red light, and over again. But yeah, it's just in time to see Alexander of our 400 EV number 8229 arrive. On scene, but it looks like a bus from the Stroud department is also 15993 also arriving on scene, and 15356 Alexander about 400 Scania and 250 UD, which is covering for unavailable single deckers. Bus will now be on 95 service to Cheltenham campus. We have 1049 Mark Miller next door. And there we go. Right in next door. So what bus lines I transport have on this cloudy afternoon that is of course still really chilly on the wind of late? Let's have a look. So yeah, as you know, 10:49 Mark Millard waits there, of course empty. Right, Sunday, 327 Central 11's leaving with the service to Tewkesbury. And then we have Dual Sunday, 300 Scanias, 5989 984. Both in the stagecoach we got two liveries. Right, Sunday, 1200 by Scanian, 230 D15 993 from Stroud. Just see number 10, so it's passing by outside. And the screen displays are really rubbish. So with all those buses now all accounted for, let's head on to the railway station. So we're now heading off to the back towards the railway station at standard cruising speed at this moment. Of course, loads of people are crowding for 8229 at the moment. But I think the same could also be said for 10749 Mark Millard. Both of them have got quite a lot of attention, I must say. A lot of it. And we got a green light. We've got to hurry up with this. Red light. Just about. What about this one? Yep, green light. And it's still going lit. That was a lucky go through. Very lucky. There goes Alexander Saval 327 Central 11. And of course 15364, which was my bus into Gloucester. But that bus it feels like it's always on like a sport sort, because it has like higher rev, meaning higher revs on the bus engine. So we are now charging up here. Out. 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 Right. Past those. So every train is still working on time. And instead of, and of course platform 4 of course is the service to Cheltenham Spa from Cardiff Central. Looks like the Cheltenham Spa Great Western Railway version's arriving. I had to do a little jog because I didn't know that was the Transport for Wales one departing. So yeah, over there you can just see the Great Western Railway Cheltenham Spa version in the background. And right here of course is our one for the service to London Paddington. And there goes the 197 004. Now heading off to Cheltenham Spa. So we are now, of course, waiting for 2 more minutes because that's when the service to London Paddington leaves for this Class 800. is waiting. In the very railway of all the services to from Gloucester Station. Great. Services from Gloucester Station. Great. We still got 1.5 minutes remaining until this train departs, and now all the people that are on the London Paddington to Cheltenham Spa is now leaving. Didn't look like many to start with. Now there's definitely a few more coming off now. So yeah. There'll be more and more coming from over there. Oh yeah, now they're coming. It's now just a sea of people coming right towards, which is going to be really interesting when it comes to getting this train. Of course, I think I hear brakes starting to release already. And now doors will be now bolted shut. God blimey, there's loads. There we go, signs are good, and off it goes. Whoa, that's going out at speed, that. Blimey out. That was a speedy departure. Well, as I said, next one should be the 12:27 cross-country service to Cardiff Central from Nottingham, which of course I'll just go over here for a couple more minutes before they actually start announcing the train. I have to be careful because these are all people coming in from Cheltenham Spa. I can do that because as I said, I'm skinny still. There's of course a choreography of 5x5 at Transport Hub down there, where the go-ahead comes right Gemini 3 Street Deck. Looks like everything has come back from that event in Cheltenham, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens next. There you can see traffic's quite dense as well. Really dense. Trying to get out to the Gloucester railway station. Got a couple of buses arriving in from there at Alexander Svar from just standing in Alexander Svar 200. So now we must head back towards the station. It's forecourt. But yeah, pretty busy on the trains today. But don't think there's been any sort of events going on. Not that I know of anyways. It's interesting. The Great Western Railway Class 800 on the service to Cheltenham Spa has now departed, and there will be so of course in a minute we will soon be seeing cross-country service to Cardiff Central coming in, because that'll be the next train to arrive. Will be the 12:27 to Cardiff Central, which is in the ETA 4 minutes, but I'd say that it'll be half. Hello to Nikki Edwards. So yeah, all that is being called out. Alexander Svar 200 number 37320 is the bus heading towards Brockworth. As I said, the announcements have already begun on the platform 2. Didn't know you were playing on a PlayStation whilst also watching me. I should be doing both. There's a Johnson's Travel Yutong TC9, I think that is, following down towards Morrison's and the Ultimate Warriors and all that, not going that way. So here we are, of course, waiting. And there's, of course, Gloucester Station for anybody who want to know where this is. Which, of course, he'll be familiar to quite a lot of you. Anyways, and here comes the cross-country class 170 on the 12:27 to Cardiff Central. So everybody put your hands together for 170, 110. The service to Worcester Foregate Street is also starting to be called out, so I'll be watching the cross-country service in this area, because there's this 2-coach service to Worcester Foregate Street, and it's already, and I can already see it. It's just across there. It's a class 165, obviously. But it's coming in, or it's coming in at crawl power. But it's, of course, only just about in view, so it's not really yet in view. Oh, saying that, it's now in my peripheral vision. So here he comes. Everybody put your hands together for 165, 132. God, that's the first time I've heard a somebody using a whistle for a train to depart. That's the first time in a long time. There it goes. All the way to Cardiff Central. So of course this train departs of course at 35 minutes past. So the next train that will be coming to platform 2 will be the 122 to Cheltenham Spa, which of course that is probably Great Western Railway from London Paddington, or it'll be that Transport for Wales from... No, it wouldn't be a Transport for... Yeah, it wouldn't be a Transport for Wales, certainly. So, of course, so a little bit more of a waiting period, so we will go across this bit and then we will be back around at about 32 minutes past to see that train depart. At the moment, of course, we've got 4 buses in Transport Hub all waiting there. Oh, they're waiting in the Gloucester Transport Hub, and of course, as you know, there is of course already more of the forums grounds already open. Pardon me. It's already on those grounds already, still of course open, and then of course you will of course also have forums. So yeah, the only bit that is still closed off is the bus stops. That's far away down that area. So we'll be of course moving in a couple of minutes, and of course we will be on our way up to the railway station to see the 12:35 to Worcester Foregate Street depart. So far things are quiet at the moment, with only departures of some buses. As you can see, Alexander Sparford MC is starting to leave for Cheltenham. So yeah, that's doing 94. And then of course in the background you also have others. Yeah, there ain't any buses at the moment. Okay, this is when the these buses start moving out. It's only a little crawl. There happens to be a fire truck coming this way. Boulder. But it's having to follow those buses. Right, with that said, we can now head off back to the railway station to see the departure of 165, 132 on the service to Worcester Foregate Street from Bristol Temple Meads. Yeah, there it is, waiting and willing. Waiting, ready, willing and able to depart for Worcester Foregate Street. Got a yellow light at the moment, but that'll change to green. Oh, here we go, that's powerful. But I think its yellow light is probably because of the works down there. Hello to Bussy Bar. Sounds like just a little bit more acceleration as it goes out the station and heading towards Worcester Foregate Street. We're at Cheltenham Spa, Ashchurch for Tewkesbury, on Worcester Shrub Hill, and of course Worcester Foregate Street itself. So now we're now heading out. Of course, it's the next train. Of course, would be the service to Bristol Temple Meads, obviously, because But yeah, my Horton Road crossing video was good as usual. It's always short, but still good. I think the best amount of footage I got was like 5 minutes at that pace, but that was back in 2025, obviously. because it's only just the first time. I'm good, thank you, Bussy Bar. And greetings from you from Gloucester in the United Kingdom. So, we'll be going across this bit. Where that maintenance guy is racing that Alexander Scar 327 905 at quite high speed. But the good thing is we've got a green light. And it's still green lit just after. Of course, there's the Right Gemini 3 Street Deck 374. As you know, it's the most commonly cited one, but of course it's the one that my X-Files case study on the Right Street Deck being on the Route 99 was on, of course. But it's, again, these are the transport hub, no electrics compared to this morning's bus spotting session, which, yeah, that's so annoying. I didn't see any of the others because Yutong's electrics, the Yutong E12s, are usually at work on driver training duties, and then it comes into and then of course we know that it'll be February that the next time that they have to be in active service by. So there's Alexander from Scania 15530 coming in from the left, but it's also being followed by 15528, both of them from the Stroud division. Of course, 15734 is arriving from the left. That's one. And that's two, but it looks like there's a little bit of some... There's, of course, a little bit of some... well, you know, there was a little bit of a bus jam just then, so we will now get moving again. Down, up, down, up. And the bus just heading into the transport hub now. Train 6. That's the transport hub. We also got Alexander S500 by scanning to 30D15979 in the stagecoach. We got relivery, obviously probably not in service, return to depot. We will now get across another green light. There we go. We just got over. About in all in good time. Now, of course, this is where I have to stop because, of course, the Alexander Svar 300 by man 18.240s are over 12 meters long, so I have to save enough space for the 12.3 plus meter bus to pass by. Down there, of course, is sister number 2247, waiting on number 8, ready and willing to go. Same driver as it was earlier. Just gave that driver a little wave because she was on my bus earlier doing the number 10. So So here is 2708, Alexander Dennis VAR 300, followed by 2709, its sister in the Stagecoach We Got You livery, and of course 15987, which is an Alexander Dennis VAR 400 by Scania N250UD, heading of course now to Cheltenham, it's obviously covering for some unavailable 500 NMC types. So yeah, very busy on this road, just as we come up to more or less our finish line for the session, which is just coming up. Well, of course we always check for any last chance or last minute saloon of buses, which is 27905, which we saw speeding around that corner. So yeah, and there they are with another bus coming down there. So with that said, well, that about wraps it up for the afternoon session. I hope you liked it. So remember, if you like this video, remember to like, subscribe and to hit that notifications icon so you never miss any future uploads. And don't forget to look at the Horton road level crossing train footage if you haven't already. Trust me, you haven't seen video like this. So with that said, thank you for watching my X-Files, and I will see you next time. Slugheads!